Setting up your Etsy shop. It's that scary time when you have to go live with your Etsy shop. If you're new to setting up your Etsy shop, I have a whole playlist of things you need to consider before, during and after setting up your Etsy shop. I'm going to talk you step by step through all the things you need to do. But today we're going to talk about this big scary step of opening your shop. And whether this is your first ever Etsy shop or you're opening a second, third, fourth shop and you haven't opened a shop in a while, the steps are pretty much the same. The only difference is if you already have a shop, you have to log out of your existing shop before you can create a new shop. And yes, if you're making a second shop, you have to have a separate login, and this also has to have a separate email address. But you can set up an alternative email to be sent to your regular email account so that you're not getting confused with having to log into too many emails. Now, one thing that people do really wrong in this step is just not getting done. Not opening that Etsy shop. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody is. You don't want to wait until you're perfect. But the best time to open your shop is right now, because you start getting some data and you can actually work on how to improve things from having a shop open. Nothing bad's going to happen. It's going to cost you like 20 cents to get a listing up. So get in there right now and open the shop, and we can work on things afterwards. But the couple of things you want to have sorted out is, like I said, your email account. What email do you want for your shop? Your shop name. It's better to have this sorted out in advance so you know what you're aiming for and you can even know what to call your email. It's important to have one listing ready, so in your head have some idea of what you're going to call it and have the pictures that you're going to put up for your listing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it seems to open your shop, you seem to have at least one listing. So think of what this is going to be in advance. And it also helps to have your banner created. If you're not a whiz at any of the software, use something free like Canva, and that can set up templates that you can get your banner size and your thumbnail for your listing set to the right size and just create and save a couple of images in Canva for free. And know what bank account you're going to use. You don't have to set up a business bank account in most countries. Check where you are, what the regulations are, what you need to register, etc. But in the main part, we can usually set up an Etsy shop and then worry about everything else later. In the UK, in fact, if you're making a turnover of less than £1,000 in a year, you don't even have to tell the taxman what we're doing. Not yet. So let's just get started. Let's head down to my computer and I'll show you step by step what I've done to set up my brand new shop. So this is just my showing you how I started up my brand new shop. So from my original shop, as I said, the first thing I had to do was log myself out, sign out of here. And then it's time to start selling on Etsy. Rather than signing in, I have to create a brand new account to open my Etsy shop. And then just pop in an email address and all the details. I'm obviously not going to let you see my password, but it's standard, just thinking up passwords and the name that you want for your shop. And then open your Etsy shop, and then we get the chance to set up all our preferences, the shop language, where you're from, and all that good data, your currency and everything you need. Just check in, fill in everything you can that's relevant for you, and save and move on. And then we're going to name the shop. So for my new shop, I'd come up with the name of Mia's Paw Prints. For a moment I forgot there's no spaces allowed there, so just with capitals, Mia's Paw Prints it is. Check availability. Thankfully it's available, so that's what my shop's called. It would have been embarrassing if I discovered that wasn't available. Again, save and continue, and the next section you have to stock your shop. So we have to create a listing before we can even continue on. So add a new listing. I had an idea set up for my first listing. As I said, it does not have to be perfect, just good enough. So you just pop in, Pull up the picture that you're going to want for your first thumbnail. You can add up to 10 pictures here. I added a few, but there was no need to add all 10 yet. This is just a very basic listing, but just choosing a few photographs to give people an idea of what you're all about. Remember, you can come back and edit this at any time with your brand new shop. Unless you have a huge following on social media, it's unlikely that many people are actually going to see what you've put here anyway. So yeah, it's not quite so important. This is just a placeholder for you to open your shop to make sure you've got something there. So I bunged in some pictures and then thinking of all the wonderful listing details. If you need to edit the thumbnail to make it look a little bit better, centered or whatever else, but if you've made it the right size, that shouldn't be an issue. And then, so that's your thumbnails up, and then you're just going to fill in your listing. Again, it does not have to be perfect. Get the details that you can so far. Hopefully if you've thought of a little bit of SEO before you get started, that will totally help. But you can call it whatever you want. My very first listing, placeholder for the shop, anything you can think of. Doesn't matter at this minute in time. But I've done a little bit of SEO searching, which we'll see in my next video, how I came up with the terms and maybe even learn how to spell, which I'm not great at. So yeah, just deciding a name. I later on will add more terms to the title. And if you don't know anything about SEO, you have no idea what I'm talking about here. Not only do I have a ton of videos that can hopefully help you with this, but I advise you get across to eRank and get yourself a free account there, and that can help you find different terms. So fill in all the details about your listing if you've never had a shop before. Just take a bit of time poking about in here, trying to figure out what everything does. For example, these categories, when you're thinking of different categories, for most items there's probably more than one place that things can go. And if you choose different categories, is it fine art? Is this a pet portrait? What is this? And different categories will give you different attributes, different things. Like if it's a sculpture, you've got sizes. If it's a painting, there might be colours, the type of painting. So this will be different depending on what type of listing you have. Take a bit of time to have a look, find out all the little bits in here of what you think is going to be important, what things are relevant for your listings, what are not, and just fill in all of those details for the type of items that you have. And for an example here, my files are digital files in that when I create them, I'm going to send off a digital file to the person. But in Etsy's case, by digital file, they mean an automatic digital download. So yeah, I've had to come back and change some things at later points. But yes, just popping in a description. Now, descriptions are not used for Etsy SEO, however they are used for Google SEO, and of course your customers are going to read them. These are the first port of call if they have any questions about how they're going to do any of these things. You know, how does your listing work? What is it? What size it is? Think of any of the questions that your customers might ask from seeing the picture and seeing your title, and answer any questions for them. Anyway, let's quickly nip through this, or as quickly as we can. Get the listing done. Take your time looking through all the sections and everything they're asking here. You can set up shipping profiles and all sorts of things at a later date. We'll get into that later. Just now, we are just wanting to get ourselves a nice little listing set up, just to get the ability to open your shop. So don't stress too much about this. Like I say, description for the buyers, tags, this is a little bit of your SEO, the important keywords that you're hoping that people will find you under, the prices, everything else that you need for your listing. And then once you're happy with that, you're just going to save it, and ta-da, you have your first listing in your shop. Save and continue, and on to the next section. And here they're going to want you to fill in your bank details, because they need to be able to get money out of you and be able to give money to you. So there we go. I'm in the UK, and I'm not going to show you the rest of this filling in the bank account, but I just fill in my bank details. There we go. Again, you can add credit cards and everything else, and you'll get an email from Etsy, confirm, and you're good to go. And then they set up everything's in place, and we're giving the walls one final paint, and there you go. Mia's paw prints is up and running, and we can edit things to make it look a little more pretty. I want to get pictures up here, pictures of myself, pictures of my shop. So just upload from your computer a picture for your profile picture. It's good to have you there because you are the person, and then your shop picture, a nice little something about your shop. We've got a shop title. Again, think some kind of keyword rich things. Explain what it is that your shop's going to be doing, because as you can see, Google search is going to see this. So yes, I should put something more keywordy rich in here, but we're just setting up. You can come and change these things at any time. Pop in all the details that you're needed, your location. This is also really nice because some people like to know they're buying from someone local. Here's your shop icon that I mentioned a minute ago, and then for some reason didn't add. But yeah, just again, upload from your computer something relevant to your shop. So I'm just picking my dog Mia, who the shop's named after. I'm picking her head here to pop in, and that's your little shop avatar. So, and again, you can edit it, but the functionality is not great here. But anyway, so that's what I've decided on for my shop icon. And also we want to be looking at banners and all sorts of other goodness. Again, take your time. Anywhere there's a little pencil next to it is something you can edit. Popping on the banner, you can choose whether you have no banner, a big banner, or a smaller banner, and this tells you the sizes of each type of banner as well, so you can add in from your computer again. Now this is the banner that I created in Canva that I showed in a video a few weeks ago. I've since changed it. I can use Photoshop, and I wasn't happy with the quality of this, but it's good enough if you don't know what you're doing. If you're not too great at photo editing, or you don't want to splash out for software, you can edit yourself a nice little banner on a free site. Now your announcements, this is places for people to learn about your shop. So pop in what you want to say here. Again, you can add to this at any time. You can edit this. This is a nice one. I use this in my other shop to let people know how much time I've got left, how many more listings I can run before Christmas, if I'm busy, how long it's going to take to create something. So it's a good place to just add little extras. So you just pop in the things you can think of at this point, stuff that you think's relevant, and something nice for your customers. Say hello, introduce yourself. And there are whole loads of other areas here. You can add more about yourself. You can add photographs of you can have photographs of your process, how you make things, what you're inspired by. You can even create a small shop video. But the main thing is getting this shop started. People can't find you if it's not open. So just now we've got enough that the shop's actually open. All this is just the window dressing. So think about what you're wanting to do, but you can come back and change it at any point. Take time to learn your way about here as well, so you know what to do. Updating about yourself in the about page, and as I said, you can add videos here. You can add links to where you are around the web. If you have a Facebook group or a Facebook page, this is a good place to add, as I am just doing here. If you have any shop members, other people that work with you, you have to add them here. And then now, here, when I tried to set up the shop policies, it completely didn't work for me. So I gave up at this point. It just wouldn't save. I played around with this for quite a while. It wouldn't save. So I came back and did it again at a later date. So you'll see I have a little bit of messing about with this, but no, when I went to save it, it kept saying I hadn't got all the details filled in, which was completely untrue. I totally had. So yeah, I just gave up. As you can see, there was an error when there wasn't an error, so I just gave up. You don't need to fill in your policies immediately if Etsy's having a little bit of a fart. So went back, played with my announcements a bit more. No idea why I did that. But basically, your shop's set up. It's fairly simple. You just follow the steps they're giving you. You make sure you have a list. And remember to link your other shops. This is what I'm doing here. Link your other shops so people can find you. And then there's your shop. 30 minutes after I created this listing, I popped into eRank to find out if I was ranking, and I was. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel and come back to see the other videos in this playlist to see what we do to work out the best SEO and optimizing our shop to get the most sales possible. Thank you so much. See you next time.